Hello everyone, this is Norlin Oligo Sarma, your licensed immigration consultant. This time, I would like to do some consultation sa mga messages nyo sa aking TikTok messaging center with Joreen. Say hi, Joreen.
Hi guys.
She's my niece and she's helping me read all the questions and I will answer. So let's start.
Hi Ma'am Norlin. I came across your vlog regarding tourist change to work permit. Can you please give me an advice? And I'm planning to go to Canada as a tourist and I want to look for a job.
What you can do is to come inside Canada first kasi usually mga employer, they wanna see your performance, they wanna see your face. Tingnan nila kung anong bang kakayanan mo. Regardless of mayroon kang resume or not dito, they still want to see your face. So come in to Canada, inside Canada. And then if you can change that tourist visa to work permit, pwede magpa-LMIA ka sa mga officer. Take note that you cannot you cannot change your status to get the work permit as a tourist visa without an employer. So importante 'yon. It's always with the employer's discretion for you to be able to get the sponsorship. Yeah, next.
Next question. Magtatanong lang po, posible ba ma-PR sa Quebec kahit di marunong mag-French? Thank you po.
I think kasi Quebec is always a separate dito sa ating sa Canada. So, but although Canadian pa rin yung place na yan, Canada pa rin, but the problem is that they want to concentrate of you knowing French. So importante na mayroon kang French. Otherwise, if I were you get out from Quebec and then find another pathway for permanent residency dito sa labas ng Quebec. Mayroon silang other requirements in order for you to get the permanent residency for sa Quebec. So yeah. Next.
Hi Ma'am Norlin, may tanong lang po ako sa inyo. Currently working po ako dito sa Canada, dito po sa isang remote area Lake BC, and I am planning to apply for PR. Ano po bang mga requirements po? Undergrad po ako ng college sa Pinas at under low wages po ang work ko, which is sales clerk.
Unfortunately, I have to tell you, ayokong mag-sugarcoat dito sa aking mga advices, regardless paid consultation or pro bono consultation. Pagka wala kayong educational background, like a higher educational background, tapos nasa low wage kayo, in order for you to maintain your status, kailangan magpa-LMI ko palagi in order for you to extend your status. In terms of permanent residency pathway, not unless na mag-change ang rule, but in terms of permanent residency pathway, not unless na mag-change ang rule, but presently, yung immigration law, wala akong nakikita unless na mayroong mga bagong rule right now. Post-pandemic, ang daming mga nilabas na mga low-wage categories, naka-PR sila. But right now, I still have to ask you to maintain your status. Kailangan magtiyaga ka muna sa employer mo kasi whenever you want to maintain your status, kailangan mo ng LMIA if you want to extend pagpa-expire na yung status mo. So, it's always, kailangan mayroon laging employer na nagsusupport sa'yo sa LMIA. However, if you want to be permanent residency, then sometimes you can actually get married if you're not married. Common law, yun yung mga pinaka-easiest way para walang requirements for education or experience. So that's what happens. But again, it's good that you are you're my follower dito sa aking social media. At least whenever there's an opportunity, I always announce in here. So don't forget to keep on checking, follow my social media accounts kasi nag-a-announce talaga ako ng mga bagong rule at saka especially pag may mga permanent residency pathway. Next.
5 years na po kami ng asawa ko. Pwede ko po ba siyang makuha dito sa Canada?
Wow. Ano nga bang klaseng 5 years kayong mag-asawa? So, ang tanong ko is ano bang ano bang status mo sa Canada, ano bang kung work permit ka, ano ba yan, high wage ba siya or low wage. May mga requirements. You cannot just say na 5 years na kayo, pwede mo makuha. Of course, you can bring your spouse here, pero depende kung anong qualification ng spouse mo. Maybe hindi siya related na doon sa application mo, or maybe independent siyang pupunta dito. So may mga that's a very napakalawak na question yan kung 5 years kayo ng asawa mo. So I don't know what kind of status you have, and hindi ko rin alam, di rin ako makapag-guess. Honestly, mayroon akong isang I think direct message sa akin, and then ang ginawa is yung work permit niya, ni-redact niya lahat yung mga information doon, and then he's asking me information na anong gagawin niya. How can I know and how can I understand those things if hindi naman nilalagay yung mga information? Yun ang mahirap. I am not a magician, hindi rin ako nag-guess. That's why when I know that the application is so medyo mahirap yung immigration history, I always ask for consultation. Consultation means you need to pay. Ang consultation po, I just want to let you know, everyone, that I am a licensed immigration consultant. That's what I do. I study, I research, I do all these things full time. And in terms of knowing everything, of course I have to listen to your information. I have to review, and that takes time. So for example po kayo, I always say this, this is what I do, this is my job. Kung gusto nyong pumunta sa restaurant and gusto nyong mag-hire let's say waitress or waiter, 'di ba sila nag-work, pinagsisilbihan kayo, 'di ba? We give them professional fee, or maybe we give them salary. That same is true with me. This is what I do. It's just so happened that I am not a cleaner, I am not a restaurant worker, or I am not even any other things na pinapasahuran. But that's what I do po. I hope na maintindihan nyo. And I'm really glad and I really appreciate everyone na with my profession, this is what I do. This is my professional work that I've been doing or for the rest of my life. So whatever things, that's why I am professional. So hindi naman ako agency that I know something. Hindi rin naman ako someone na I know some immigration law, and then I'm giving you that information, and then I have another work doon, and then so I spend time po. Nagpupuyat ako in order to do all this job. So so next.
Hi Ma'am Norilyn, tanong ko lang po, saan po mag-a-apply pag sa online at ano need po? Thanks po, caregiver din po kasi ako and tourist here since March 2023.
Kung caregiver yung i-apply mo, yes, you can do online, but you can never apply a caregiver program without an employer, either LMIA or job offer. Depende kung anong klaseng offer yun. So, I really thank you, Bubbles. I'm really glad that I could be able to do this platform. I try my best. Pag alam kong hindi ako masyadong busy, I try to read all these messages ko sa TikTok at saka Facebook. But be patient. Again, at the end of the day, I don't want to sugarcoat this information. I want to help everyone by telling you what's the reality in Canada. But again, as what I've said, you can only apply for work permit online pag mayroon ka ng LMIA, and hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply kahit na anong application for work permit without an LMIA, kasi LMIA are for those people na foreign worker. Na-assess yan ng ESDC or Employment Service Development Canada if that employer, specific employer, is qualified na pwede siyang mag-hire ng foreign worker. Next.
Good PM po. Pwede po ba magtanong, yung kasi ng mister ko nandito as tourist visa, pwede ba kami ang magbigay ng LMIA as caregiver, tapos pag may work permit na siya, pwede ba siyang mag-work sa iba as a caregiver na?
That's a good question. Usually, ang LMIA, ang LMIA, it's always closed work permit. Hindi mo na kailangan ng LMIA kapag ka open work permit ka na. So, Yes, even kapag kamag-anak mo or kapatid mo, whoever, as long na qualified ka as employer, pwede mong i-hire yung kamag-anak mo based on your qualification at saka yung ino-offer mo na job kung legitimate ba siya o hindi. I-assess ka ng ESDC or Employment Service Development Canada. Now, you can change that from tourist visa to work permit, pero hindi siya open permit. There's no way that open permit ang LMIA. It's always closed work permit. So ibig sabihin, you were able to change the tourist visa application mo, the tourist visa mo to work permit na specifically you can only work sa employer mo na nagbigay sa'yo ng LMIA. So it is a closed work permit. Now, the beauty of that is that na-change mo yung pagiging tourist visa ng tao na yon to work permit. And then pag na-change mo na yung work permit, maybe you can ask your relative na pag hindi mo na siya kailangan, then maghanap siya ng another LMIA. So medyo mas madali-dali na yung assessment noon kasi nga naka-work permit na siya. So she or he could be able to extend that or work to that legitimate person. But again, as what I've said, LMIA is a closed work permit offering to anybody na kailangan kung gusto mong i-hire. Yeah, next.
Hi ma'am, good day. Gusto ko po sanang mag-Canada. Seafarer po ako. And gusto ko pong 8 years na akong seafarer. And gusto kong i-apply sa Canada is permanent resident.
Well, if you want direct permanent residency, then that means you have to apply for express entry or basis dun sa whatever your experience, whatever your education, whatever your age, yun yung ano nila. Then makikita mo yung CRS, yung kung pasado ka ba sa pag-i-invite ng immigration for express entry. It is not easy for express entry. Parang nanalo ka lang ng loto in order for you to get that points. Pataasan ng points at pagalingan yun doon. Ngayon, kung wala kang support from an employer, kasi employer can offer you a job offer which is LMIA sa express entry kasi nga permanent residency yung ina-apply mo, then at least ma-add up yung 50 to 200 points yun in terms of getting an LMIA. Andun pa rin ang LMIA, andun pa rin yung mag-offer yung employer. So, pwede pa rin naman. Permanent residency pathway is really not easy, not unless na mag-asawa ka ng legitimate or genuine relationship or CLP. But at the end of the day, kailangan mo pa rin ng work experience inside Canada in order for you to be able to apply for permanent residency eventually. It's always step by step. You come here, when you came here as a tourist visa, one step forward, which is change yung from tourist visa to work permit, not unless nag-asawa ka, permanent o tourist visa to permanent residency, that's possible. But may mga requirements, may kanya-kanyang requirements yung mga program na yon. So, step by step, still, you need to actually be aware of the changes of the immigration, which is immigration is always changing. And I suggest if you are a tourist visa holder, I know it is expensive, but if you know somebody na pwedeng magbigay sa inyo ng advice, na professional advice, you better seek that. Kasi dun kayo mag-guide. You don't want na nagmi-maintain na lang kayo ng status dito. So, ganun. I think my Jiren is learning also. Okay, next. Yeah.
Hi ma'am, gusto ko po sanang pumunta ng Canada and mag-apply for caregiver. Mahihirapan po kaya ako, nasa California po ako ngayon.
Well, I believe na madaling mag-apply dito kapag ka may employer. Kung nasa California ka, anong status mo? Kung US visa at valid pa yan, you can come inside Canada by using ETA. ETA is like a tourist visa. Now, when you're inside Canada, then you could be able to find an employer na pwede ninyong i-ask kung pwedeng magbigay sila ng job offer or LMIA.
Good day ma'am, I just wanted to inquire if it's possible to apply for nanny or caregiver in Canada even if I'm on tourist visa and no certificate or experience in caregiving.
I think you can answer that. Yeah, it is possible. You can take a chance. But by immigration law, until June 2024, mag-e-end na yung pilot na hindi na pwede sa LMIA ang caregiver program. This time, mag-change yan. But you can always take a chance. But as what I've said, I won't advise that is not nawala sa immigration law. Presently, pag tourist visa ka, ang nasa immigration law, kapag tourist visa ka or foreign national, they don't process ang mga tourist visa holder pag caregiver program. But I've heard a lot, may mga situation na nagkakaroon ng opportunity yung ibang tao na LMIA under caregiver program, nakakapasa sila sa work permit kahit wala silang experience, kahit wala silang certificate. So I don't know anymore, but for me, I go through the I advise through the immigration law. So watch out, maybe mag-change yung rule about immigration program this coming June. And again, follow me and share this information, baka sakali na ma-change at much better. I really wish I really wish for Doug Ford, because I'm here in Ontario. Ang gawin niya, that's just my wish, is to offer all temporary resident permit, kasi in-offer niya before na pwedeng mag-aral, pero nag-end na nung June 2023. I really wish that anybody who's inside Canada, kasi nangangailangan tayo ng mga doktor at saka nurses, is gawin niyang i-offer niya na, hey, pwede kang mag-aral ng nurse, magiging PR ka pagkatapos mo, or pwede kang mag-aral ng PSW, then magtrabaho ka as PSW, then magiging PR ka after that. Kasi we really need PSW, we really need nurses and doctors inside Canada, especially in Ontario. So I really wish they were gonna do that. I really wish they will listen to me, because what I am doing, I'm saying all these plans and wishes, and then giving it as an information to the government, baka sakali marinig nila. So I'm hoping for that. Next.
Hi, Ma'am Norilyn. Gusto ko lang po sanang itanong kung yung mga nag-aral po ba ng Fall 2023 is maapektuhan sa no student open work permit sa mga spouse nila for this new change sa
Yes.
September 1.
Yes, it will gonna affect everyone. So what I recommend, I have no idea about whatever your situation. I know na estudyante kayong pumunta, but hindi lang yung sinabi mo is mag-guess na ako. I need to hear more about it. But yes, everyone will gonna get affected if you are international student here inside Canada. Presently, lahat is affected, honestly. So I believe you can you can message me for further consultation about that. Text me and tell me what you've said in here. Then we can set up an appointment with consultation. 647-996-2273. Next.
Hi, Ma'am. My husband is working in Ontario on a close work permit. Would we able to apply for spousal sponsorship once he became PR? Thank you po.
Oh yeah, of course. Pero I wonder, husband ba niya? Sinabi niya?
Tita.
Pakiulit nga yung question.
Hi, Ma'am. My husband is working in Ontario on a close work permit. Would we able to apply for spousal sponsorship once he became a PR? Thank you po.
Spousal sponsor once he become PR. Pero kung asawa mo siya, dapat isama ka na niya pag naging PR siya. Kasi kasama ka talaga sa application whether you like it or not. Kasi nga, you are part of the family and nandito ka na. So, I believe that they don't need to sponsor you. Isama ka dun sa permanent residency application. Kasama ang asawa at mga dependent mo. Pwede yun. Once everyone, like one spouse nag-apply ng PR, always kasama ang buong family. Pwede yun. Once everyone, like one spouse nag-apply ng PR, always kasama ang buong family. Next.
Hi, Ma'am. Nasa Philippines po ako, then yung common law partner ko po andyan sa Canada. Kaka-approve po ng work permit niya last week. Gusto ko po sana namin itry kung eligible ako mag-apply for open work permit. Yung work po niya is industrial and meat cutter sa poultry preparation.
Okay. So, I think that's tier 3. So, I believe pwede. You're qualified. So, i-try mo. Make sure that you get the, what we call this, the employment certificate from the employer. Nandun yung job description. But I think that's tier 3. Then, you could be able to get that open work permit. So, i-try mo lang mag-apply.
Hi po, Ma'am. Ask ko lang po. Nag-apply po ako pa Canada at thank God na-approve naman po. Then, sa asawa ko po open work permit which is magagaling po siya sa Pinas. Ask ko po sana, need niya po ba pumunta ng OWA para magbayad po ng bail dito po ako sa Saudi ngayon?
Anong klaseng bill? Pakiulit nga yung question.
Hi ma'am, good morning. Ask ko lang po, nag-apply po ako nag-apply po ako sa Canada. Thank God na approve namin. Then sa asawa ko po open work permit, which is manggagaling po siya sa Pinas.
Okay.
Ask ko po sana, need niya po ba magbayad o pumunta ng OWA para magbayad ng bail? Dito po ako sa Saudi ngayon.
Kapag ka open permit siya, you don't need a any kind of Philippine immigration. They call it exit clearance. You don't need open permit ka na eh. So ibig sabihin wala kang employer na pupunta dito, you could be able to apply anywhere. However, if it is closed work permit, kailangan mong pumunta sa OWA, kailangan mong gumawa ng mga kung ano nang inaas ng immigration sa Pilipinas. Pero pag open permit, you can just book your ticket and then come here. For you, nasa Saudi ka, wag kang pumunta sa Pilipinas. Pumunta ka na from Saudi to Canada na para wala na yung mga overseas exit clearance na yan. Kasi sa Pilipinas lang naman ang overseas exit clearance. Other than that, in any other country, pwede kang mag-exit. Yeah.
Hello ma'am, sana matulungan nyo po ako. International student po ako ngayon sa Canada. And plan ko po namin ng partner ko magpakasal. Kaso natatakot ako baka red flag yung age gap namin. Pero we know each other naman po for a long time and we can provide an evidence for that. He is in his 60s and now I'm 32. May laban po ba?
Oh yeah, mayroon naman talagang relationship na ganyan. So, kung natatakot ka na lang palagi, then how could you know, right? So, if I were you, take a chance. In immigration, it's always taking a chance. Laging sugal yan, walang assurance. But if magaling yung inyong immigration consultant or immigration lawyer, then there should not be a problem. Kasi we know the loopholes. Before na pinasok namin yung application, alam na namin kung ano yung tatanungin ng immigration officer, alam na namin kung ano yung in between the immigration law. So that's don't take it lightly, especially it is true. You are right. Red flag talaga yung age gap ninyo. But kung makikita naman na nandun naman lahat ng proof, then of course we could be able to overcome that permanent residency sponsorship. Yeah.
Good afternoon ma'am. Pwede po ba akong mag-student visa at the age of 52? 2 years study, maka-PR pa ba ako nun? Considering my age.
Getting the permanent getting the permanent residency is usually hindi naman dahil sa age. Depende kung anong klaseng immigration program yung ina-applyan mo for PR pathway. But with your age, I don't mind. Excuse me. Nakakapagpa-burp pala ito. With your age, definitely you could be able to get that permanent residency pathway eventually, but it depends. So don't lose your hope. Pero again, depende kung anong klaseng immigration program yan. So I'm not worried about the age that much. I'm worried about the qualification for you to be able to get the permanent residency. Wala na? Wala na? Marami pa, di ba? Sige, habang naghahanap ka, basahin ko lang tong mga nandito. Hello, dito ako sa Canada as visitor. Pwede po ba na sponsored ako ng pinsan ko ng LMIA? Yes, you can. Basta qualified sila. Another one, hello po, may problema pa pag close work permit tapos na-promote po, di po napalitan ng LMIA. Kung close work permit ka, they should kasi kung ano yung nasa specific na trabaho mo doon, it should be in that category. Ngayon, like for example I'm just setting an example, caregiver ka. Nasa close work permit ka, tapos biglang ginawa kang manager ng something else. Yes, iisa yung employer pero naging manager ka. Then hindi na yon naaayon doon sa inapproval na work permit sa'yo. So, might as well get yung close work permit ba, might as well get your kung anong klaseng trabaho yan, might as well get a advice from kung sino yung nag-approve ng LMIA. You better yung employer mo, they better email that officer para ma-guide nila kayo. But for sure you need to seek the ESDC approval at saka changes of whatever yung condition ng inyong application. May LMIA na ako sa housekeeping. Gusto ko pong mag-flag pooling po. Is it okay and safe po ba? Hey, be careful. I think mayroong kaka-post ko na content about flag pooling. Be very, very, very careful. Right now, I've been hearing a lot that because of the order ng federal na dumadami na yung mga temporary resident permit dito, kung hindi nila kino-confiscate yung passport, tapos pinapabook na pa uwi. Kasi when you came here as a tourist visa, di ba sabi mo, mamamasyal ka lang or temporary lang, tapos biglang mayroon ka ng application for work permit. Ngayon, yun yung mga rason nila. So, it is very dangerous right now to go to flag pooling, but I would recommend, well, if you want, you can still do that. But you're taking a big chance at saka risk. So, if I were you, apply for online application. It takes 2 to 3 months ang result. Sometimes it can be 4 months, but at least safe ka. Hindi ko confiscate yung passport mo for you to be able to go home. May mga napapauwi, may kino-confiscate yung passport and then pinapabook na yung ticket yung mga nagfa-flag pooling. Hindi naman lahat, but that's what I've been hearing. So be careful. Yeah, mayroon na ba? Okay.
How much po fee para magpa-consult planning po sa Canada temporary work permit po? Partner ko pero we're not married, ma'am.
Kung temporary work permit ka, may partner ka, pakiulit, hindi ko maintindihan. Kulang yung information.
Planning to go sa Canada po,
Okay.
temporary work permit po partner ko, pero we're not married, ma'am. Yun lang.
Okay, kung temporary work permit ang partner mo, so ano ba yon? High wage ba siya or low wage? Ngayon, between you and your partner, hindi ko alam kung married ba sila or CLP or common law partner. So hindi ko alam kung anong cases. But pagka married kayo, then pagka high wage yung open permit, yung permit ng partner mo, then you could be able to get an open permit. Pero kapag ka low wage, tapos hindi pa kayo kasal, then pag CLP, then you need to prove na talagang you have a genuine relationship. Yeah.
Good day po, ma'am. Kindly please advise me on how to hire my sister-in-law as a live-in caregiver to take care of my kids. She is here with us as a tourist visa holder.
LMIA. Take a chance on in-home caregiver program, LMIA. Kung hindi caregiver program, housekeeper. Yun yung pinakamadali right now. Kasi when you get for an LMIA under the company, like for example, mayroon kang restaurant, then ang dami mong kailangang i-provide sa government at saka legitimacy ng inyong business. So, the easiest way is to for them to be a caregiver or a housekeeper sa bahay nyo, pwede yun. I've been processing LMIA sa housekeeper at saka caregiver program, pero legally right now, I repeat, legally, caregiver program hindi po pwede sa LMIA until June, and I don't know kung anong sasabihin after June, kung i-renew yung caregiver program, kung ano yung pilot rule right now. But watch out for my announcement this coming June. I can easily say things with you guys, but immigration law wise, hindi pwede ang LMIA para pag caregiver program, pero presently pwedeng housekeeper for LMIA para sa mga maglilinis sa bahay nyo privately. And yes, kamag-anak mo man, kapatid mo man, pamangkin mo man, as long na qualified ka, as long na inapruban yung inyong kamag-anak, pwede kayong mag-apply for changing that from tourist visa to work permit. Pwede.
Hi, ma'am. Good day po. I'm a PR na po for 1 year. Agri-food pilot. Just want to ask if may allocated years po ba to stay in the province na pag-approval ng PR sa agri-food pilot?
Kung PR ka na, Agri-Food Pilot, I think you should have at least 1 year or 2 years. Check mo yung sa website. It should be, there should be a condition kung bakit nakuha mo yan kasi they need people like you. So, check, watch out, then after that, then you're free. And then, you have to remember also when you apply for Canadian citizenship, nakuha mo na yung 2 years and 2.5 years mo na as a PR, pwede ka na rin mag-apply ng citizenship. So, kasi yung another extra, dapat 3 years. Pero yung extra 6 months, pwede mong i-count yun na half day for your stay dito sa Canada. Basahin ko lang to. Paano ko kukunin yung child ko sa Pinas without the custody paper ng ex-husband? I'm so sorry, Valerie, pero kailangan ng asawa mo na mag-sign doon sa custody paper or yung sa paper na ina-allow niya na magta-travel yung kanyang anak dito sa Canada. So, as much as I have to say this, but yun talaga ang kailangan. Hindi i-allow ng Canada na not unless na missing na yung asawa mo, then you could be able to make an affidavit, sponsor your child, and then tell them you don't see your husband anymore, missing na siya and everything. Make an affidavit like that. So, I think you can still try. It's worth taking the chance na wala yung signature ng asawa mo. But when you do that, don't do it on your own. Get a professional.
Hello po ma'am, gusto ko po sana magpa-consult po. Almost 1 year na po ako as a cleaner po sa Ontario. May chance po ba na makapag-apply po ko ng PR so supportan po ako ng boss ko po?
High school graduate siya. Oh, wow. That's hard to get the PR pathway when you are on the cleaning position at the same time high school graduate ka. However, sorry, ilan taon na siya dito? 8 years na ba? 1 year pa lang. What I can suggest is to, kasi kahit na i-promote ka niya na supervisor, yung educational background mo pa rin, kailangan pa rin yun. Kailangan mo rin mag-English exam kasi yun yung mga requirements for you guys to get the PR. Not unless you get married, then you don't need English exam, you don't need experience. Kailangan mo lang patunayan na yung relationship mo sa tao na yun is genuine. Presently, I cannot really tell that you can get a permanent residency with your educational background at saka yung position mo. So I would recommend watch out, maybe mag-change. Immigration is a kumbaga nag-change siya palagi. So if you have the opportunity, then that's a good thing, but watch out. But again, I know you've been here for 1 year as a cleaner. I hope hindi ka inaabuso ng employer mo. I know willing silang mag-support, but that's what I've been hearing right now. Ang daming abusive situation. They don't want to pay overtime. They don't want to pay yung minimum wage ng mga foreign worker. However, if you see na inaabuso kayo ng employer nyo and then you are under temporary resident permit, legal yung inyong papel dun sa employer nyo, then you could always go for a labor or apply for a vulnerable open work permit. That's what I always say. But if you are working as a tourist visa and then you are working cash, then I can't do anything. My hands will be tied, hindi ko kayo matutulungan. Okay, basahin ko lang to. How long it takes for work permit from inside Canada, please? Usually when you get the work permit inside Canada, you will gonna get an LMIA, and usually LMIA gives you 2 years. Except for the caregiver program, they give you 3 years because that one is open restricted work permit. Then you could be able to get your permanent residency after 1 year. But it's not automatic. You have to apply to the immigration or to the IRCC in order for you to get that permanent residency. Okay, next, yeah.
Good day, ma'am. I was an international student and currently holding a PGWP po. My field for study is health and science, is specifically personal support worker, and currently working as a PSW in a long-term care. I want to ask po if it's possible for me to qualify for OINP.
Yes, you can, but get your support from your employer. Yeah.
Hi, Ma'am Norlene. Hoping po na mapansin and masagot po yung question ko. My question po is regarding sa mag-apply ako ng PGWP po. I finished po a 1-year program po dito sa Canada. Hoping and praying po na sa Sana if ever po is ma-approve ng more than 1 year yung PGWP ko po. Pwede po ba akong mag-include ng letter kay visa officer explaining and hoping to get more than 1 year of PGWP po?
Hindi ganon. Ang style niyan kasi when you studied for 1 year or below 8 months at least, or below at least 1 year below, you will gonna get only 8 months to 1 year na open permit. Now, one time lang yun. And then when you have studied for at least more than 1 year above, then you will gonna be able to get 3 years na PGWP or postgraduate work permit, open permit. But remember that it is only one time. It is not gonna be extendable, not unless you get an employer before that and apply for LMIA. Then babalik ka na from PGWP to closed work permit. Possible yun. However, if you cannot find something like that, then you have to maintain your status by going back to applying a tourist visa. Yun. In order for you to maintain your status living inside Canada. I just want to read this. How long it will take for the approval for SOWP outside Canada? SOWP, outside Canada. Well, usually it takes 3 to 4 approval for SOWP outside Canada. SOWP, outside Canada. Well, usually it takes 3 to 4 months.
Hi ma'am, sana mapansin niyo po ako ma'am. Galing na po ako sa Canada. Nag-student po ako, bali nakauwi na ako kasi may nagpaasa sa papers ko na pwedeng ma-convert from student to work permit po. Kaso yung consultant na nag-offer sa akin is pinasa lang niya ako kasi kay ibang nag-hire pala sila hanggang nawalan na po ako ng status at nakauwi dito sa Pinas. Balak ko po pagbalik ko is approved na po ako sa ETA. May employer na gusto ako i-hire as a cleaner po. Patulong po sana please.
Pag ganun, pag pumasok ka dito na ETA, that means you are tourist visa holder. Then, with that employer na gusto mag-offer sa'yo, still go back to the basic, which is LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply directly without the LMIA. Kaya nga, I really wish alisin na lang yung LMIA para matapos na yung yung red tape, and then diretso na from job offer to work permit sa immigration. Meron nga akong I was ranting and I was making a content before na sana alisin na lang yung LMIA. Alam nyo ba, may nagsabi sa akin, nag-message sa akin, ma'am, wag nyo namang gawin yan sa akin, naka-LMIA holder ako, wag nyo ipaalis ang LMIA. So I think, hindi niya naintindihan yung ibig kong sabihin. Not because you are LMIA holder, mawawala ka na. Hindi. Ibig sabihin, whatever the present rule, that will gonna take effect on you. Things like that, yeah.
Hello po ma'am, may tanong lang po ako. April 20 po yung balik ko po dapat ng Pinas dahil 6 months na po ako dito. Kaso nag-apply po ako for extension nung March till now wala pa pong result. Yung return ticket ko nirebook sa May 17, pwede po ba akong umuwi ng May 17 if ever di pa dumating yung result for extension?
Right now, presently, you are implied status. So, ibig sabihin, whatever your status before you applied for extension, yun yung status mo. So, may status ka, naka-implied status ka nga lang. Mag-change lang yan kapag lumabas na yung result. However, if you wanna go back home, you are free to go back home. Then, mabri-replenish na yung rule na nag-stay ka ng more than 6 months dito kasi umalis ka na eh. So, in terms of doing that, make sure that you report to the immigration. Sometimes they miss that and then they will think na nag-overstay ka dito. So, make sure na mag-web form ka in order for them to know that you went back home and then you came back. And then, keep that screenshot or print out para mapakita mo sa immigration just in case na sabihin ng immigration, hey, nag-overstay ka na. Hindi naman pala. Especially when you extend, 99.9% they will gonna be asking you for a medical examination kasi nga naka more than 6 months ka na. So, yun yung mga conditions and then you don't wanna violate all those things. Make it clear. So, make sure na mag-report ka sa immigration through web form.
Hi ma'am, ask ko lang po. Plan ko po mag-take ng master's program sa Canada. Pwede bang mag-change status from student visa to work permit. If ever ma-change ang status, maaari po bang hindi natapusin ang pag-aaral ko? Salamat po.
Should be, yeah. Pwede namang mag-change. You don't, kasi once na na-change na yan, yung work permit mo from student to work permit, hindi ka na pwedeng mag-aral kasi nga may condition na yan. Not unless nag-change na naman ang rule. Kasi nga, as what I've said, they always change the rule. But once na nag-change ka na from being student na approval ka ng work permit, you better understand that you are not an international student anymore. Then when you apply for permanent residency, eventually kasi yun lang din naman ang concern natin, then you are applying on the basis of your work permit as for permanent residency pathway. You're not applying on the basis of student permit. Anyway, wala namang permanent residency pathway ang mga estudyante. So I always say to my content, the smart thing to do, I'm not encouraging everyone na mag-stop silang mag-aral, pero pag hindi nyo na kaya, please do your best to find an LMIA na mag-offer sa'yo para ma-change yan. But again, walang kasiguraduhan, and then make sure na right now, presently, they want to see na nag-aaral kayo when you are changing that LMIA to work permit. Pero na-approve nila pag nakita nilang nag-aaral kayo. Pero pag hindi, then they will gonna investigate more. Pero mayroon pa rin chance na a-approvean. I have process like that, and paiba-iba yung kanilang assessment. So, but yes, you can actually apply for a work permit kung estudyante ka from an LMIA, but that means hindi ka na pwedeng mag-aral after you get your LMIA at saka work permit.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. I am a close work permit under live-in home childcare provider po dito sa Toronto. Okay lang po ba magtanong kasi naguguluhan po talaga ako kung ano yung mga dapat namin gawin. Maraming salamat po. Uuwi po kami December 2024 hanggang first week of January 2025. And yung work permit po ay ma-expire sa May 2025.
Hi, Janice! Sorry.
Do we need to renew before aalis?
Pakiulit na-distract ako kay Janice Elaine Teves. I know you. Kumusta ka na dyan? God bless you. Thank you for the Mother's Day greeting. Pakiulit.
Uwi po kami December 2024 hanggang first week of January 2025. And yung work permit po ay ma-expire sa May 2025. Do we need to renew before aalis po?
Yes. Dapat pagbalik mo, mayroon ka pa rin, maintain pa rin yung status mo as a work permit holder. However, the beauty of it is that you are a Filipino passport holder, then you could be able to apply for ETA. So when you come in, hindi ka na work permit pagka nag-expire na yung work permit mo. You will gonna be tourist visa. So, para sa akin, with my advice, para hindi magulo yung buhay mo, might as well extend your work permit and then get an LMIA pag nag-extend ka, kasi nga syempre that means pa-end na yon, kailangan kasi usually 2 years and then tsaka ka lumabas kasi ang hirap nun, naka-ETA ka tapos work permit, baka mamaya magulo pa yung papel mo, and I know that your goal will get your PR. So para sa akin it's better to stay back.
Good morning, ma'am. Gusto ko po sanang ilakad ang LMIA ng kapatid ko as housekeeper po dito sa bahay. Tourist visa po siya ngayon. Ano po bang requirements as an employer niya at requirements din niya po?
Mostly is again LMIA. And doing the LMIA, kailangan i-prove sa government, which is ESDC, na sila yung nag-a-assess ng LMIA na kaya mong magpasahod, legitimate yung job offer, things like that. Usually, experience ang kailangan sa foreign worker, and of course, yung mga documents na kailangan.
Good day, ma'am. May I ask po, madali po bang mag-adapt dito sa Canada, and hanggang ilang taon po pwede i-adapt? The child is from the Philippines.
So, it's hindi po madali. Honestly, ang hirap. I know I've met a lot of clients na nag-a-adapt sila. You have to pay, I think you need to deal with agencies, Hague convention, something like that. Then you have to spend at least more or less $20,000 to $25,000. So imagine adopting somebody just to have that $20,000 to $25,000, and of course you need to go home to to do some court hearing. So mahirap mag-adapt. So, yeah, be careful with that. May mga tao rin na nag-assist dyan, but it's very, very expensive po. Yeah.
Hi Ma'am Norilyn, may tatanong lang po sana ako. Naka-receive ako ng passport request ng anak ko last month. Hintayin ko pa po ba yung portal 2 para sa COPR until na wala pa din pong update? Salamat po sa mga.
I know. The best option dyan, I know na ganyan yung situation na nagsenda kami, merong na kaming create na portal for PR, but honestly, wala pa rin doon. So, nakaka-frustrate, but what you can do is to keep on emailing yung email address na binigay sa'yo, and tell them na wala ka pa rin nare-receive kasi nga it can actually happen like that. Sabi nila in 7 days kailangan mag-upload ka na ng passport ng picture mo, 30 days kailangan i-send na yung passport ng pamilya. But what can you do? Wala eh. They're the one who's lacking the information, the situation. So make sure that you bug the immigration to to fix whatever the system that they have right now. And no, you cannot submit the passport, original passport of your family without the visa na naka-CEC OPR ka na kasi baka mawala lang yung status or hintayin mo yun kasi importante yung ECOPR mo. Yeah.
Hello po ma'am, mag-aas lang po sana ako ma'am. Pwede po ba i-report sa immigration ang isang PR na tinakasan po ang utang niya at hindi na po nagpakita o nagparamdam?
No. Immigration is not like that. But what you do, pag gano'n ang situation, alam mo ba kung saan siya nakatira? And if you know where that person is or email, pwede na mag-email yung serve mo. Kailangan pumunta ka dun sa small claim, kung maliit lang yung utang, and then mag-file ka ng case sa kanya. Then once nag-file ka ng case, magre-respond back yan. Kung hindi magre-respond and then alam mo na nakarating na serve mo yung inyong complaint, then ang mangyayari dun sa taong yun, pagka permanent residency lang siya, then of course that's a crime. Eventually, mayroon na siyang record, may police record siya, hindi na siya makakakuha ng clearance in terms of applying for citizenship. And then when that person, permanent residency is still a Filipino, kapag ka mag-extend siya ng, kasi every 5 years ang PR, pag mag-extend siya, kailangan ng police clearance at check ng immigration yan kung may case siya. Then pag nakitang mayroon siyang case na ginawa niya ng, kasi that's not a good thing, crime din yan, then mapapadeport siya. That's the way it should be. But hindi directly nagagawin yun ng immigration. Yeah.
Hi ma'am, inquire lang po ako, baka ma-help niyo po ako sa status ko. I have a Canadian daughter po, pero nasa Pinas kami. Totoo po bang ma-revoke ang citizenship niya pag di siya bumalik ng Canada?
No. Revocation of citizenship is only for those people na naturalize yung kanilang citizenship, which is kagaya natin ng mga immigrant, tapos naging citizen tayo. Mare-revoke lang ang citizenship kapag nagkaroon ka ng naging terorista ka, naging member ka ng terrorist group, mass murderer ka, tapos ano pa ba, trafficker ka, human trafficker ka, things like that. Yun ang nakaka-revoke ng citizenship. However, pag umuwi ka sa Pilipinas as a citizen, kahit kailan hindi yan mawawala. You can come back here anytime. And the only thing is that, of course, yung implication ng taxes dun sa Pilipinas. So, be careful with that. Wala na?
May nabasa ng iba dito.
Okay. Magbabasa naman ako. Ito, ang sabi ni... Okay, let me just go to... Clarissa, how long will it take for the approval for SOWP outside Canada? I think nasagot ko na yan. Naka-stop daw yung video ko.
Naka-stop dito.
Hindi naman. Kasi may tumawag kanina. I don't know.
Ay, baka yun.
Ma'am, paid na po ako ng 4 months ago pa for biometric. Kaso until now, wala pang email. Ba't po kaya? Yes, I know. May mga ganyan. Siningil ka ng biometric, wala pang request for biometric, may mga ganyan. Just to inform everyone that the online application right now is ang tumutulong sa immigration is artificial intelligence, honestly. So, kukonti na lang ang tao doon. That's what I can say. Okay? Yeah. Meron ba?
basahin ko na.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi ma'am, I have a question po. I have an open work permit and planning to drive a truck to get type PNP. Is it possible po ba?
Yeah, you can. Open permit, PNP, ano sabi niya? Drive a truck?
Oo, tita.
Magdadrive daw siya ng truck, tapos pupunta ng US or dito lang.
Dito.
Pag open permit ka, of course, you can have an employer all the time. But I think all the open permit, hindi pwedeng mag-self-employed. Hindi pwedeng mag-business. So, be careful with that.
Wait lang.
That's okay.
Ito, tita. Hi po, may question po sana ako. Ang work permit ko under HCCP po. Tapos, nung 2023 po, nasaraduhan kami. Di kami nakaabot sa application. Nag-submit kami ulit. Pero, sa HSW na pathway, ang question ko po, pwede po ba yun na ang work permit ko under HCCP pero ang PR application na sinubmit namin HSW po?
Hindi. Babalik yun. Kasi lahat ng documents mo is under HCCP tapos yung ano is it should be only one HCCP or home child care provider pilot or home support worker. Hindi pwedeng paghaluin yun. So, it will gonna come back. That's for sure.
Hello po ma'am. May ilalapit sana po ako sa inyo. My sister-in-law po gusto niya mag-tourist visa but she was refused. Can you help me po?
Yes, we can. Contact me or email me. I think nandun sa aking profile. Email me and tell me what's your situation. Then we can reapply. It's norilynoligocis@gmail.com. Try ko nga. Yeah.
Ito na.
Okay.
Hello po ma'am. PSW po ako kasi ang course ko sa isang private school wala po akong PGWP po.
Okay.
Yung pinsan ko po willing mag-apply ng LMIA to sponsor daw po ako. Halagahan ko po yung anak niyang may autism po. Kaso po, di namin alam paano siya makakakuha ng LMIA bago i-process yung work permit ko po soon.
Yeah. You need LMIA in order for you to get that work permit change. Yes, I know na I heard autism, then I heard na childcare, tsaka home support worker, but you have to choose there. One is home childcare kasi bata pa naman siya. But in order for you to do that, it will gonna be needing you to apply sa ESDC ng Labor Market Impact Assessment, and processing that you can seek a consultation, or you can seek a professional who can actually process the LMIA. LMIA is not easy to process, honestly. It takes time. It takes a lot of in between the lines in terms of the application. It takes a lot of time to be back and forth, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So, might as well, if you want to do that, change from tourist visa to work permit, get an LMIA. Yeah.
Hi ma'am. Caregiver po ako na tourist visa holder po looking. Pwede daw po ba siyang mag-apply ng work permit under caregiver?
Yeah, you can. Take a chance. Hi, ma'am. Is it possible ba ako na mag-hire sa kapatid ko sa childcare provider? Naka-tourist visa po siya. Yes, you can. Pa-LMIA ka or something. But this coming June, mag-change ang rule. So maybe you can wait until June kasi mag-change yung rule about in-home caregiver program. Yung mga, ma'am, ma-recommend nyo po ba for visit visa looking for work? Yes, you can check sa mga social media account, mga posting, Kijiji, Indeed, at saka Job Bank.
Halos nabasa na.
Nabasa na? Okay. Basahin ko lang to. Okay. Pwede po bang maging PR ang housekeeper? Hindi po pwede, unfortunately. But the good thing is, if you're a tourist visa holder here, you can change that from, tourist to housekeeper. Then, pag housekeeper, experience class, especially if you have 1 year ka yan, then pwede kang mag-apply ng experience class, which is PR yon, and then express entry yon. Then, depende kung anong klaseng educational background mayroon ka, and you need an English exam. So, maybe mayroon naman.
Ito dito.
Mayroon pa?
Isa.
Okay.
Hello po ma'am, may tatanungin po sana ako. Kamag-anak ko po kasi I refuse ang extension niya. Pero nag-apply din po siya ng TRV, pero yung TRV niya po wala pa ding result hanggang ngayon. Then may company po na gagabay sa kanya ng LMIA. Tanong ko po, pwede po ba siya mag-border para makakuha ng work permit?
Yeah, that's a flag pulling ulit. Again, I repeat, be careful. Presently, kino-confiscate yung original passport para ipabook na kayo to go back home. Yung iba, nire-return, which is I experienced that. Thank God, nire-return lang yung application na pag-apply. And then, yung iba naman, pinapabook na, something like that. So, be careful. I would recommend, once you get your LMIA, apply online.
Hi ma'am, good day po. Question lang po. Close work permit holder po ako for 3 years here in Canada. If ever po ba gusto ko umalis sa work ko ngayon at lumipat sa ibang employer na magbibigay ng LMIA sa akin, pwede po ba gawin yun? Salamat po.
Yes, you can. If you are close work permit, always you need LMIA in order for you to change your employer. Makikita mo sa work permit mo, it says here, you can only work for that specific person once you get approval. Yeah, you can actually leave, but you need LMIA. Hi Janice, please come and give me a shout pag papunta ka dito. We can always meet up. Wala na. Yay! So, ano pa nga, ang daming mga message. Hi, may idea po ba kayo how much gagastusin sa process ng LMIA if kamag-anak ang magiging employer? LMIA is ranging, kahit na may employer na o wala, from, I think, $4,000 to $5,000. And then, ano pa ba yun? And then, make sure na yung i-hire nyo po is, alam niya ang ginagawa niya about LMIA. Mahirap pong i-process ang LMIA. Okay. Pwede po bang mag-sponsor ang friend ko sa akin as tourist visa or student visa? Yes. But, you know what? Don't come here as a student right now. Pinag-iinitan ng mga estudyante. So, you can just try yung tourist visa na muna. Open pa po ba yung home child care provider pilot? Hindi na po, naka-close na po siya, mag-open sa January 1, 2025 ulit. However, if you are outside Canada, but if magpapa-LMIA ka, nasa Canada ka, na mayroon kang work permit na existing, then it is always open kasi hindi yun PR application. It is only work permit application. May 20 mag-end na po yung nawala. May 20. May idea pong gaano katagal ma-unfreeze ang PR pathway na naka-freeze. It will come back again on January 1, 2025. May opportunity bang ma-convert ang close to open? Yes, for sure. After you apply, after your close permit is done, na-qualify ka na for PR, pwede ka na mag-apply ng open permit application at saka PR. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply ng open permit lang without the PR application. But you can apply simultaneously and again, depende sa immigration law presently, yung time na nag-message ka. Ano po yung pwedeng program? Okay. Wala na ba? Wala na. Okay, guys. I think we have with ilang minuto? I think more than an hour, I believe. Everyone, I wish you all the best. Keep on sending messages here. Please don't forget to share this platform. I always come in and answer your messages. Be patient, everyone. I try my best to give you a non-sugar coated advice, and that's legitimate advice. I'm a licensed immigration consultant. That's what I do. That's my profession. I am also an instructor sa mga immigration lawyer at saka immigration consultant na gustong matuto. Of course, I'm an instructor, and at the same time, I do consultation to everyone na nagugulo, mahina. Ano yan? Na hindi ko yung Tagalog, yung sa Tagalog nagugulahiminan. Anybody of you who needs clarification in terms of immigration law, I know it is very, very confusing nowadays, but I'm here to clarify all those things. That's what I do. This is what my job is. This is my profession. This is what I do every day, reading all this immigration law, and of course with experience. I've been doing this since year 2017. So imagine how many experience I've gone through in terms of the immigration law. So all the best, everyone. Don't give up. Ito pang sasabihin ko sa inyo, in every situation, temporary lang yan. So, kung nahihirapan man kayo, nabobore kayo, or yung feeling nyo is yung buhay nyo wala nang patutunguhan, no, don't say that. As long as you're alive, mayroon at mayroong plano si Lord sa inyo, and then for sure, He will do everything. Gagamitin niya lahat ng dapat magamit na tao for you to be able to get into that plan kay Lord. So, don't give up. As long as you live, mayroon at mayroong pag-asa. Mahirap man ang buhay dito sa Canada sometimes kasi nga very challenging siya. It's a fast-paced country. At the same time, kailangan ka talaga, yung kahit na nahihiya ka, confident ka, kahit na alam mong hindi mo kaya, Google mo lang, okay? Yun ang sinasabi ko sa lahat. So, everyone, all the best. I'm here to clarify your questions. Please don't forget to share my social media account because I am here to actually answer in non-sugar-coated advices sa any one of you na gustong ma-clarify at of course, yung yung goal nyo to permanently live in Canada. Canada is beautiful, everyone. God bless. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Say bye, Jerry.
Bye.